folks who wrote the standards said, no, we got 10,000 comments. They published 24 out of 10,000. That's less than 1/4 of 1%. And all 24 were positive out of the 10,000. But they got a statement opposing the K-3 standards that was signed by more than 500 early childhood professionals, including teachers and pediatricians and child psychologists and child development experts, opposing the standards. The statement said that the 500 folks signed that they had grave concerns about the standards. The standards conflict with research in cognitive science, in neuroscience, in child development, and in early childhood education about how young children learn and what they need to learn and how to teach them in kindergarten and the early grades. Among the 500 signers were the 3 past presidents of the National Association for the Education of Young Children, which is considered the foremost authority in how little guys learn in America today. And their 3 past presidents all signed the statements. Any of you who have little kids are probably experiencing this. Your children are frustrated out of their heads. They don't know what to do. They think it's them, because all little kids think that the world revolves around them. But it's not. The standards are not appropriate for young children. They're asking them to think abstractly at a time when their minds are concrete, and they can't do it. The signers made 11 copies and hand-delivered it to the 2 organizations writing the Common Core state standards. They were ignored. And when the standards were finally written, Dr. Carla Harwitz, who's from the Yale Child Study Center, said many of the most experienced teachers are just quitting because they said they're hurting children and they won't do it. I was in Philadelphia. I didn't realize there was a room full of teachers, but I was. And when I was done, they kind of mobbed me, and I thought, oh, okay. And they basically validated all of that. And many of them were literally in tears, saying, I'm quitting. I can no longer help the children in my classroom. I can't respond to them appropriately. I will not be an agent that destroys them. I'm quitting. The sad news about that is that, particularly in many of our inner cities, those teachers are being replaced by Teach for America volunteers, people who get 5 weeks of training and then are plunked in classrooms and told, if you can stick it out for 2 years, we'll either forgive your student loans or we'll pay for your college. So the children who most need the most experienced teachers are the ones getting 5-week volunteers who don't know anything but to read the manual that's being handed to them.